Welcome, everybody, to Intensity Broadcasting. My name's Joe Wright, and we're here with the first race of the Extreme Forces Racing League. It's going to be street stocks at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and it's brought to you by SER, Stanley Everett Racing. All the payouts are going to be coming from those guys tonight. Extreme Forces Racing League street stocks at Charlotte. It's almost like a super speedway for these guys, Dave. Lots of guys on track going to be flying around this place, drafting each other, making things happen. It's going to be a great season here as we kick it off for the first time ever.
Yeah, Joe, really excited. A lot of different drivers coming from different leagues, some that have run together previously, some that haven't. As you mentioned, it's about 55 laps tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway, pretty much super speedway racing for these street stocks. We'll have 2 sets of tires, one fasty. Going to be really exciting action. As you said, there's a lot of payouts on the line. Kind of a big money race for these guys. $25 for first place, 20 for second, $15 for third. Biggest mover will get 20. Highest finisher with lowest incident count will get 10. Most laps led will get 10. Hard luck award gets 10. Random draw gets 10. There is so much money on the line tonight.
Yeah, and these guys are going to be going for it, man. Like I said, we were talking before the broadcast. A lot of guys in here with some experience, some newer guys like Atlee Atman-Weiss coming out here doing some Charlotte street stocks. But the schedule, Dave, 12 races. We're going to go through the street stocks, the Whelen Tour Modifieds, the Arca Menards car. We're going to keep rotating through those three all season long. And we're going to go to some cool places. Myrtle Beach, a little short track action. We're going to hit Kansas, a little mile-and-a-half action. We're going to go to USA, make it short again. Bristol, High Banks, Kentucky, Concord, New Smyrna. Back to Charlotte again in the ARCA next time. Dover, which will be crazy in the street stocks. Sobo, and calling it a season with Michigan, one of the best tracks here on the service, in my opinion.
Yeah, just really an action-packed schedule all season long. As we mentioned, a really competitive field as well. So it'll be interesting to see who gets off to a good start tonight and who doesn't have as much luck in the first race here at Charlotte. So we'll see.
So far, the fastest on the board here in qualifying is Lee Krause out of Canada. These Canadian guys coming through from... All right. Looks like we're back in action now, D. Wright. Hopefully.
Excellent.
Had some technical difficulties on our end. There we go. And it looks like Dylan Redding's going to take top of the board there, Dave. As they start to grid, we'll go through the field. And starting on the pole, we have Dylan Redding out of Fuquay-Varina, North Carolina. Lee Krause going to start off second out of Canada. Jacob Bowen's going to roll off P3. He hasn't gridded yet. And there he is in the Haviline machine. And in the 22, Levi Garrett, Chris Wheeler.
position is Brady Floyd in the 20 machine, even though we have him 6th on the grid. In 6th in the 15 car is going to be Austin Green. Row 4 is going to see Donnie Bartlett in the 21 machine, followed by Intensity's Broadcasting's own Atman Weiss in the 78 machine.
Rolling off 9th's going to be Mick Olofsson. 10th, Will Cloud in the 84 Cheez-It. Dylan Dunford is going to roll off P11. And Brooke Qualley, Dean Qualley's daughter, rolling off 12th. Dean being the manager and owner of this league.
15th, we'll have the 29 machine of Brandon Richardson going off 14th. Actually, it looks like that is mixed up. Joe, are we still in qualifying?
No, sir.
All right.
They just didn't grid, so he's starting from the pits, it looks like. Fronek's going to roll off 13th. Eddie Morris will be P14. Scott Whiteman's going to roll off P15. And 16th, we'll see the 51 machine of Tony Richardson. Tony Richardson, Brandon Richardson, part of that ESR team. The guys who sponsored tonight's race, big out thanks and shout out to those guys.
Yeah, huge shout out to race sponsor. As we mentioned before, I don't know if the stream got cut off, but a bunch of money on the line tonight, so it should be a really competitive event for all the racers out here.
D. Wright, you'll have the call here at the beginning of this. I got a couple of other things to take care of while we do that. So, coming to green flag, coming out of turn 4. Dylan Redding's going to take the green, and Lee Krause on his outside. Let's see how this thing goes.
That pace car will make the hard left-hand turn and will come through the quad oval as the green flag drops at the start zone. Dylan Redding will clear the 99 machine, and it looks like Jacob Bowen's right on his tail and maybe get by Lee Krause as well as they head down into turn 1. Mostly double file racing as we head down the back stretch, heading into turn 3. Dylan Redding will lead the field as Jacob Bowen hard on his line behind him. The draft, as we talked about a bit in pre-race, will be a factor here in these cars. It's almost like a super speedway race for these vehicles. Redding leads us on lap 1 as we see the field start to thin out a bit for at least the top 5-6 cars.
And Dylan Redding leading the way. Jacob Bowen sliding right in behind him. You got the 20 machine now of Brady Floyd moving into the picture, as well as that 22 of Chris Wheeler. Watch for Atman Weiss and Eddie Morris. These guys making their way through the field in the back. You can see Atman high and wide in the back. The 15 in front of him as well.
Jacob all over the bumper again for the first few laps here. Really in his rear view mirror, we'll see how this battle develops.
Oh, Dylan Redding losing it. Jacob Bowen through the grass is going to maintain the lead, though.
What a shot we had of that there.
They're 3 wide behind Jacob.
Apron develops tonight, Joe.
3 wide, 4 wide almost. Atlee's in the middle, Dave. And he's holding it steady in there, too. Look at him go. Chris Wheeler now going to pull in front of Atman. The 15 kind of hung out to dry there on the outside, Donnie Bartlett.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Donnie Bartlett's in the 21. He's moving his way forward.
Yeah. The 15 is Austin Green.
Austin Green dropping the 99, a little out of shape there, coming through that corner.
Yeah, and that's the second, third we've seen the apron really affect these cars. We've seen it with Dylan too, get on the apron a little bit, and lost control of that and then slamming out. So it's either going to push you up or spin you out. So it's going to be very, very difficult if you get on the apron whatsoever with the left side of these cars.
Atlee Weiss a little loose on entry there. Saw the 99 almost get into him. They're starting to draft a little bit here now through the the quad oval, I guess, here at Charlotte. And messing with our new movable cams on the front ends of these cars. You see that 21 machine. Jacob Bowen with a lot of damage to the right side of that car, Dave, as he's chasing Chris Wheeler now for the lead. Chris is taking the lead.
Yeah, really good shot of that 21 Miller highlight machine of Donnie Bartlett. Smooth paint job. Looked really, really cool in the street style. And yeah, there is some damage there on Bowen as well, as the sun is setting here in Charlotte. Lap 8 of 55.
You see that little bit of pushiness these guys get on entry to the corners is kind of cool to watch here as we go through the race. We have another crazy little pack behind them as well. Things are getting a little nutty. Oh, they're wrecking, Dave. People are scattering.
Yeah,
Austin Green has crashed. We'll take a rewind back to that and see what happened. Hard into the outside wall there. I don't know if he got into anybody. Ooh, Atman was sideways first there, it looked like.
I mean, Atman's been running that high line almost the whole race, if not a good portion of it. So it seems that the tire wear's starting to wear out up there.
Jacob Bowen down below him. Let's see what happens here. If we can get a good shot of it. Bowen gets loose, it looks like, maybe a little bit. Or Atlee just getting it loose on the high side. He's going to come down on the 21. That's what's going to happen there. Loose on the high side, gets into the 21. Actually able to save it there, Dave. I'm pretty positive. Great save, but the 15 behind him, hard into the wall. Everybody's scattering. And then hard into the wall again for the 15. He's going to come back across, back into Atman. Then back hard in on the outside wall. And look at Brooke Qualley with the miss.
Wheeling it.
Great miss by
Will Cloud had a good wreck avoidance too back there at the beginning of the wreck. So some really good driving from some of those drivers that were caught up in the mix of it a little bit.
Yeah, Will Cloud to the high outside. Even that 77 machine of the legend back in the building.
Legends in the 71, 77.
Oh, sorry. Mick Olofsson then with a great miss as well. All right.
Really like that Wheeler scheme. Throwing it back to one of the greats.
Old Jeff Bodine. All right, so we saw a little bit of looseness on that high side there, Dave. That speed that he was carrying through the corner got to him, maybe a little sawing on the wheel. Not many people hitting pit road there.
Yeah, it just looks like that was Brandon, I believe, Richardson.
I feel like there was more on pit road than that. We'll see what the stint lengths look like here as they cross the line. There it is. Think from Floyd on back. So 13th on back. So you got Floyd, Qualley, Morris, Froelich, and Green all hitting pit road. Maybe just for fuel, maybe just for tires. We'll see how that plays out here as this race moves on.
Yeah, I can't imagine tires this early. We're only 12 laps in. So I got to think that's just a top it off, throw off strategy of those guys in the back. Got to do something to mix it up.
Thanks, Tyler, for the info. We'll check into that in a second. I know there were some issues earlier on. Looks like it should be pretty good right now. No dropped frames going, so we'll keep an eye on it, though.
You let the internet bill go again, or what's going on here, bud?
Never. And it looks like the lights on the pace car will go off there. We'll double file it up and get back to racing.
Stream definitely looks frozen on Facebook, Joe.
All right. We'll have to check into it. Give me a sec.